Hey, hello there. If you're watching this, you are most likely being held at gunpoint by one of our more dedicated fans of the Dragon Ball Z League and being forced to watch this. And if that's the case, I suggest you wait until they go get some more Doritos and then sneak your way out the back. It's
What if
unlocked.
they're not hungry?
Rebel, these are our fans.
Oh,
Yeah.
we have fans?
In the Dragon Ball Z League has fans, I assume. I mean, what
Mm,
else are you going to call them when they grab people at gunpoint?
well, those are usually my assassins, but what?
In the
Yes.
unlikely event that you are actually here because you're interested in choosing a team for Dragon Ball Z League to provide support to, you've come to the right place and you can keep watching this video. If you're the
Not
first one,
that
you
you
probably
probably
should
should.
watch this video too because it'll increase your life expectancy. But
By about 10 minutes.
hey, that's 10 minutes, man. What can I say? All right, so
Yeah.
this video is basically going to give a brief description of each team, the theme of each team, and hopefully help you choose a team to root for if you're kind of on the fence. A lot of you who come here will have watched Dragon Ball Z before. And will instantly understand the theme for some of these teams. Some of them, even if you've watched Dragon Ball Z, it'll take some explaining before you to grasp the concept of the team. And if you haven't seen Dragon Ball Z before, you're definitely going to need to watch this video. So, let's just get straight to it. We're going to show a banner of each team and talk about the team. Now, what we will not do is we won't actually be going over exactly individual members on each team specifically, simply because they can change from season to season. Some teams may replace this player with that player, so that means that, in one season, this video would be outdated. So we're going to keep it more general. And, of course, there's some teams that don't have a choice, like Team Gold.
Yeah. Oh.
So, first up, we have the Boos, or Team Boo. The Boos are basically different reincarnations of Boo. So you have like Majin Buu, Super Buu, Evil Buu, Kid Buu. This season they actually have Oob, and Oob fits because he is literally the reincarnation of all the Boos, I guess. After he was destroyed, he was reborn as Oob, so it fits
Sounds
perfectly.
like cheating to me. It's
But
like if you're immortal, then God.
in any case, if you are a fan of the big pink guy, this is definitely the team for you.
Or if you just want free bubblegum. Squid
Yeah.
gives that to any member of Team Boo.
It's true, and it is non-stop. But it's the cheap kind. It's like the cheap 25-cent gum that loses its taste after about 3 minutes.
Yeah.
It's great for that 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Next team, we have Dragon Ball Heroes. Dragon Ball Heroes is,
Also called Dragon Ball Warriors.
oh, sorry, yeah, Dragon Ball Warriors. Thank you.
That's changed.
It has changed. It's now Dragon Ball Warriors. The banner hasn't quite kept up with the times.
Yeah.
Definitely hasn't kept up with the times because Roshi's on Team Muscle now. Dragon Ball Warriors is a team that's comprised of characters that were featured in Dragon Ball. They don't have to only be featured in Dragon Ball. But as long as they were in Dragon Ball and took part of the original Dragon Ball cartoon, they're eligible to fit that team. And that's basically the main theme of it. Like right now they have Nam and Kid Goku and early Goku. Early Goku, you might want to explain that one simply because he was in Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball. So it's that early Goku is the incarnation of Goku that fought Piccolo at the end of Dragon Ball and Raditz at the start of Dragon Ball Z. So he can kind of flippy floppy.
Flippy floppy. That's a technical term, isn't
It
it?
is a technical term. The Nameks, Team Namek. That one should be pretty self-explanatory for anyone who's seen Dragon Ball Z. If you're a Namek, you fit on that team. The one odd one that people may look at and go, huh? Or scratch their head is the member of their team, Tambourine. Tambourine may not look like the other Nameks, but he technically is a Namek because he was spit out of King Piccolo's mouth as an egg, and the wiki actually lists him as a mutated Namek, so
Basically, he's Namek puke.
yeah, pretty much. He's a Namek, but when he got spit out, he pretty much hit every branch of the ugly tree on the way down.
Now that's just insulting.
and ate a bird and gained its wings. I mean, I don't really know how else to describe it, but
Yeah,
that's
seems
Team
reasonable.
Namek.
And they
It
can't have
also
Slug anymore.
they don't have Slug anymore this season. They have two incarnations of Piccolo. They have early Piccolo and late Piccolo. So, and then Nail and King Piccolo. So I guess four incarnations of Piccolo. Darn it! They have Tambourine, who's technically part of Piccolo, King Piccolo, early Piccolo, and late Piccolo. It's a lot of Piccolos.
And Guru watching over.
And Nail all by himself.
Yeah. Neil sitting there in the corner with his arms folded, glaring at everyone.
Next, we have the blades. The blades are a fairly simple requirement or a fairly simple theme. If the player actually uses a sword, whether it be in his regular melee combos or in one of his Blast 2, which is like a super move, as long as they use a sword at some point in time, they can fit on Team Blade, hence the name. Most of them, they use swords all the time. They'll do it in like melee combos. You'll see them bust out with that sword. Some of them, like Cyborg Tao's on their team right now, you only see the sword in his attack called Hidden Blade, but obviously it's a blade. It's there.
No. I refute that completely. You're wrong.
You really want to argue against one of the weaker members on their team?
Yep.
You want to make their team stronger.
Shit. No. Can I replace the weaker member with an even weaker one? That's a thing I can do.
We're going to give them
This feather.
Who's
It
really
has a
weak?
slightly sharp
Let's
edge.
give him King Cold.
Sure. Actually, no, I don't want Cyborg Town. It's also not my decision.
He even
is
has a blade.
it? He does. He uses
right.
it reasonably frequently. Though. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Next, we have the Super Saiyans. Now, the Super Saiyans also will be pretty self-explanatory if you've seen Dragon Ball Z. The Super Saiyans are anyone who is a Super Saiyan. The entire team is comprised of Super Saiyans. Now, this means that they start in at least a form of Super Saiyan. So you won't be seeing anyone starting in their base form. You won't see Trunks with his purple hair or Goku with his black hair unless they revert during the match, which is always hilarious.
Usually means you've forgotten to turn transformations off, but whatever.
Yeah, it's like, I'm gonna go back to normal. See how that works.
It's like, I'm gonna charge it up and be more darker.
But they could be Super Saiyans, they could be Super Saiyans 2. That's all kind of left up to the team, but they are a version of Super Saiyan. Next, we have Team Cold. Really not that important of a team, but I guess we got to talk about them.
It's weird, actually. It's Team Cold with, all of those supernovas, which I imagine those are quite warm.
Freaking hate your team.
Hello.
Okay, Team Cold, as you can see on the banner, is the Cold family. It's the different incarnations of Frieza, Cooler, and King Cold. So you have Frieza, you have Mecha Frieza, you have Cooler, you have Meta Cooler, and then you have King Cold. They join their powers combined form Super Cooler. I don't know.
It's Super Cool. Ooh, can I have Super Cooler? No. I really want a player called Super Cooler. That would be awesome.
No.
You're gonna give me that.
So pretty much, if you're a fan of the evil, that's a team to go for. Oh, and if you like Tails, they're really big on the Tails in that team.
We are big on the Tails. Yes, there is a lot of tail slapping.
Supernova. All right, next we have a favorite of the league. Even if people aren't like really dedicated to this team, like they're not a fan of this team, they still cheer for this team. We have Team Derp. Team Derp's probably the most objective theme. In other words, it's the hardest to judge who actually fits on this team or not. But the basic principle of it is, did you look like a derp, or were you made to look completely useless or pathetic in the show? It has nothing to do with their actual power levels. It has nothing to do with how strong they actually were supposed to be in the show. It has everything to do with what they're presented as in the show. Hercule is, of course, the spirit of the team, because he defines Derp. And then on this season right now they have Salza, who was, fairly strong, I suppose, but, in the show he did... Look, all I have to refer to is him punching Goku in the face, Goku not even noticing him there, charging up and blowing him away, and that was pretty much Salsa's day.
He also has a French accent. and that qualifies for Derp any day of the week.
You have Dodoria, which again, Dodoria, it's not that he was that weak in the show, but he was made to look like a complete and utter fool. He couldn't catch Gohan, he couldn't catch Krillin, and then he got destroyed by Vegeta. Basically, he was just made to look derpy. You have Android 19, same thing. I will steal all of your energy. Oh, where's my hands?
I'm sorry. That person destroyed the starting bit team Gold.
Yeah, he did. He really did.
That person pissed off Mecha Frieza.
Did. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And of course, we have Supreme Kai, which again, this is a perfect example. Supreme Kai was supposed to be immensely powerful, but in the show, all he ever did was stand there and go, "What will we do now?" That was pretty much it. He just sweat. That's all he did. He'd sweat with nervous excitement. So, there you go. Team Derp. Love them.
Or hate them.
Or hate them. But no one hates them. Everyone loves them. Unless they're actually the one that beat you that week. And then you're like, I lost to them?
How the hell did I manage that?
Okay, next we have Team Muscle. This one should be apparent to anyone whether you've seen Dragon Ball Z League or Dragon Ball Z or not.
Nope.
Team Muscle, the defining feature, the theme of Team Muscle is a celebration, one might say, of how extremely exaggerated muscles can be in that show. Basically, to fit on that team, you have to show, you could literally count the individual muscles in that person's body. They have to look like, if they're going to flex, their skin's about to rip. And you can count the number of blood vessels they have because they're busting out of their skin. It
sounds painful.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're big. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're strong or weak. It just means that you look like you need to lay off the steroids.
Yeah. Hi, Roshi.
Yeah, hi, Roshi. Seriously, your age.
Yeah, it's terrible. Terrible thing to be teaching the youngins.
Next, we have the androids. The androids don't have, at first glance, who you might think they would have, mostly because they've evolved throughout the years. People have gone to other teams, the Valkyries, and other stuff. But they consist of Cell, Android 17, Android 16, Android 20, and Android 8. As of right now, that's what they consist of. Android 8, you may not know him. He was in Dragon Ball. He was a Frankensteinish-looking character. He was an android made by the Red Ribbon Army, so there's that. And of course, you know who Dr. Gero is. He made all the androids. He's the mastermind behind them, which is funny because he's like the weakest of them. Android 17 and 16, and then, of course, Cell, the ultimate android. So, there you have it. The androids.
Yeah.
Then you have the Earth's Defenders.
And we can move on to the next team now. They're not important.
No, that's my team. The Earth Defenders really is the most important team here. This is why I'm making this video. The Earth Defenders is kind of a loose theme, but basically it encompasses all of the good guys that protected Earth. I stress that. Have to be a good guy that protected Earth. Of course, then again, I don't think there were any bad guys that protected Earth. Vegeta, you kind of... there's a debate.
Sort of forced into it.
Yeah, there's debate on what side he was on. But right now, currently on the team, it's mid-level Goku, Yamcha, Krillin, Chaozu, and Tien, which were all... you could even call them the original Earth Defenders. So... yeah, so they had to defend Earth against some alien menace, pretty much.
While punching Krillin in the face.
Yes, while punching him in the eye, actually. Actually, no, that's what it is that Krillin's turned into such a bulldog that we have to do that just to keep him back. We, like the dogs that have those little spikes on the inside of the collar to make sure they don't pull away from you too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to hold him back, or he'll...
You could just loan out one of our players to throw a supernova at him. It usually works quite well.
Next, we have the Ginyu Force, a team that needs no introduction. They are flashy.
Are they?
They're splashy, and they're very effeminate.
What?
They're the Ginyu Force. It's the theme and requirement to be on this team is to be one of the Ginyu Force. Don't really know how else to say it. If you haven't seen Dragon Ball Z, go watch it. You'll know when they come.
No, you really will. Yeah, even I know that.
All right, next we have the Gohans. As the name suggests, everyone who's on that team, well, is Gohan.
There's actually one person on that team.
Yeah, exactly. It's all one. It's all the same person. There are so many different incarnations of Gohan in Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3 that we could make an entire team out of them. We
And then
have,
some.
and then some. That's not even including the Gohan on the Super Saiyans.
Yep.
We have Kid Gohan, we have Future Gohan, which is the Gohan from Trunks' future. We have Teen Gohan, who is actually like what 12. We have Ultimate Gohan, which is the one from the Buu Saga, and we have Great Saiyaman, which is the alter ego of Gohan. Which leads for excellent commentary when you say Gohan's down, Gohan comes in. Oh, it's all up to Gohan now.
I think we've said that in pretty much every match.
Pretty much. I
At
mean,
some point, yeah.
just because we're trying to do our job.
Oh yeah,
But-
it's not at all because we're trying to use it for comedic effect.
But I'll be honest here. If you weren't a fan of Gohan, probably not the team for you.
No, I don't know.
I don't know if you would find much on this team you'd enjoy.
I don't know. You'd probably quite enjoy watching Gohan get punched in the face.
Oh, I might also add for the Gohans, one of the oddities of the league, they have some of the best movesets, and yet they're one of the worst teams.
Mm.
They're the only team so far that have not made it to the postseason, and they've got some damn good players.
Wow.
Maybe that'll change in season 4.
Probably.
Probably.
They've been doing reasonably well.
They have Saiyaman now. They've never had Saiyaman.
Well, yes, of course. It's not at all to do with Teen Gohan.
No, not at all. Teen Gohan and Father Son Kamehameha. No, it's definitely Saiyaman.
Of course.
Next, we have the Majins. The requirement for the Majins is a little bit stretched. Mostly, it's people that were under Bobity's control with the M. You had the M on the forehead, and of course, then Bobity because he fits it. Majub fits. He is the second form of Oob. He fits because he is part of Majin Buu. His name is Majub. Kind of hard to argue he doesn't fit on Team Majin.
I don't know. Some people tried.
Yeah, they tried, but
Yeah.
the simple truth is we needed a 5th player, and he fit the bill. So
Yeah.
Actually, they didn't need a 5th player. They freaking got like 7 of them.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
Bobbity likes to
Spot
sneak
is
in.
a cheat.
Bobbity likes to sneak in Pui Pui. And
Yeah.
that other guy, Yakon.
Yeah, and then Spopovich sneaks in that one guy.
Yami, yeah.
Yeah.
It's freaking
I'm sorry.
team of cheaters.
You can remember the guy that isn't even named in the game yet. You can't remember the guy that has an entire freaking move named after him. What?
I'm sorry, leave me alone.
No.
So the Team Majins, again, if you like the evil, whew, that's a team to take.
Yeah, you'd probably better go for Colt though.
Next, we have the Rugrats. The name should be pretty self-explanatory, even if you haven't seen Dragon Ball Z. It's all kids. You have Cell Jr., you have GT Goku, who, yes, I know he was an adult wished into a kid's body, but he's still a kid. Wouldn't be able to drink in a bar or buy cigarettes.
He'd just destroy it.
Right. Cybermen. Cybermen technically counts because all the Cybermen we ever saw were just grown, so they were pretty much infants. So they fit on Team Rocket, plus they're small. And then Trunks, Goten, and whenever they choose to do this, which isn't very often, fuse as Gotenks. So, that's Team Rugrats. If you're a fan of kids, God save you.
Yeah.
There you go. There's the Rugrats. Actually, that team, they can be brutal because they are like
Trunks,
small
MVP.
little yippy chihuahuas with fangs is what they
Yeah.
are.
Trunks was the MVP last year. So
Yeah, Trunks
pretty
actually,
much states it all.
But let's be honest here. The MVP has no reflection whatsoever on who's the best player.
Of course not.
It's just
I'd
who
never said that.
managed not to get ringed out.
Yes.
All right. Next, we have the Saiyans, not to be confused with the Super Saiyans. The Saiyans are the original Saiyans, the ones that had the tails, the ones that wore the Saiyan armor and could go ape. Everyone on the Saiyan team can go into the large ape form, and they all have their tail. So that's like the big defining difference between them and the Super Saiyans. You can't
Super
have...
Saiyans do not have the amazing Princess Vegeta.
Right. Of course not.
No.
I'm a one-team show. So yeah, that's pretty much the Saiyans. They can be downright scary, especially if you ever happen to get them on like a full moon map.
Yeah, let's go destroy the planet, people.
Three of them don't even need it though. I think three of them, maybe four of them. I don't know. Most of them have like the move; they can just go ape themselves without the
Yeah, I
moon.
think all of them. Isn't it? All of
No,
them?
Nappa can't, and I don't think Bardock can. But I think Turles. I know Turles, Vegeta, and Vegeta. Turles, Vegeta, and Vegeta can.
Yeah. Damn.
Next, we have the Valkyries. The Valkyries are all female team. They don't really have any other requirements other than you gotta have the correct genital parts.
I'm not sure Aurelie counts as female. Do demons have gender? I don't know.
Yes,
Oh.
they do.
You sure?
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, no, okay. Wait,
She's a
what?
girl. She's a little demon child girl.
Okay.
And
I'm
if
not
you
going
don't
to
know
ask how
if you-
you've done that, but
If you
whatever.
don't know what I'm talking about, watch Dragon Ball Z League. You'll learn. She's actually kind of
Aurelie
she's
most
actually kind of
terrifying.
cut off. Actually, I didn't realize. Whoops. But yeah, basically, right now the Valkyries consist of the demon child Aurelie, who is an android from Dragon Ball. Android or cyborg? I don't remember, but she's yeah. There's Videl. There's Android 18, of course. There's Fasha, and then there's Engaya. So a very scary team.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Just a little bit.
They didn't start off very scary. They're a team that, like, in season one, they weren't anything special. And then they got Aurelie and became scary. And then their team members started getting... No, that's not true. They had 18.
They had 18 and they were scary.
18
Well, sorry, 18 was scary, and then
18... Yeah.
they started building everybody else up.
See,
And
what
that was
happened was, in week one of Dragon Ball Z League season one, Deborah really pissed her off. And I'm
Yeah.
not kidding. And after that, she's never calmed down.
No. The weeks where she hasn't played are the scariest ones.
Yeah, that's
But she
funny.
didn't
Yeah,
get
it's
to
true.
come out.
Like the team Valkyries would beat someone without 18 ever stepping on the field, and then next week she step on the field and annihilate people.
Yeah.
It's like she's got pent up aggression or something. So anyway, there's the Valkyries. If you're a fan of well, girls, I don't know how else to say that.
I thought you were going to go somewhere else with that one, but okay.
No, but yes.
I'm just saying, I was expecting it.
I mean, that's true too, except that's a little creepy.
This is
Considering
you.
one's a little girl and one, I swear, looks like a man.
Which one's that one?
Let's move on. Oh, that's it. We're done. Hey, that's all the teams. Woo!
Hey, we have the Team Z cast, the team that wins everything forever. Remember?
Right. Because we're so cool.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's the teams. Go ahead and declare in a post below your favorite team, the team you want to be a part of. And the way this works is you can only be a part of one team. You can only be a official fan for one team, and when you declare your team, what happens is the staff will give you access to their customization thread, which normally you can't see, and then you can help that team start preparing for their next week's match or whatnot. Like they can, you help the coach decide what builds and what AIs go on the team to build your team to greatness. So you actually can play a very pivotable.
Pivotable. Yeah.
Yes, pivotable.
It's a new
role.
word we've made.
It is so massive. We had to make a new word for it.
Yeah.
That's the kind of role you could play.
Could.
Could you could make the most amazing build in the world and get your ass kicked. So I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. So. So if you are coming to the league to become a fan, I hope you found this video very instructive and helpful. And if you are one of the ones that have been held at gunpoint, well,
Good luck.
I hope you enjoyed the 10 minutes. Ta-ta, everyone.
Bye.